Thank you. Thank you, Deputy Speaker. It gives me great pleasure to move this motion as I'm a strong supporter of the government's Building Better Regions Fund. I understand the enormous benefits it can bring to a local community, having my electorate in the north of Brisbane on the Sunshine Coast. It is truly still and remains to be a regional area. The main focus of the Building Better Regions Fund is on creating jobs, driving economic growth and building stronger regional communities. Mr Deputy Speaker, one of the directors of the Caloundra Event Centre, Mr Don Smith, in my electorate of Fisher, was quoted recently as saying, this is a major outcome for us and a big hit for our local community. He said, I can assure you that when this work is finished, we'll really be able to roll out the red carpet and dress this place up to welcome everyone, even the Queen, he said. Mr Smith's comments came on the back of the results of round one of the Building Better Regions Fund, in which the Event Centre, Caloundra, was successful in being granted $3 million for upgrades to the centre. Mr Smith is a long-term supporter of the Event Centre, having dedicated much of his time in recent years to securing funds for vital upgrades to the facility. Mr Smith's comments relate to his dogged determination to ensure that any upgrades to the centre included a porte-cochere that would be fit for the Queen. Once these upgrades are complete, this is exactly what we will have. Mr Smith's next job will be to try and get the Queen to Caloundra. The Event Centre in Caloundra is an important piece of infrastructure that provides a world-class cultural experience for local people based on the Sunshine Coast. But it also draws tourists from all over south-east Queensland. The project, which due to this grant is expected to be completed by the end of 2018, it will have an array of transformative upgrades. The project will improve the acoustics of the main theatre and upgrade the foyer, the bar, the veranda cafe and box office facilities. It will also upgrade the heating and air conditioning throughout the building. It will increase accessibility at the main entrance, and it will install toilet and lift facilities for patrons with a disability. Because this week, Mr Deputy Speaker, we are actually celebrating Disability Week. So I'm very proud to be announcing the upgrade, which will see much greater facilities for those with a disability. Nationally, the Building Better Regions Fund received more than 500 applications, and the Event Centre in Caloundra was one of around 100 which were approved. More applications were received under the infrastructure project stream than in any of the 3 funding rounds conducted under the previous National Stronger Regions Fund. I'd like to extend my personal congratulations to all of those worthy community groups across Australia who successfully received funding through this grant. Round 1 of the Building Better Regions Fund infrastructure project stream has been highly competitive, with the applications received demonstrating significant strength and quality across the 3 project sizes. Strong applications were able to describe and quantify project economic benefits in the short and long term and how they would deliver social benefits in the region. There was also a need to demonstrate that the project is both viable and sustainable, that it would be delivered on time, on budget and to the standard required for important infrastructure projects. The Event Centre Caloundra ticked all of these boxes, and their success is testament to the importance of this facility for Sunshine Coast locals, the huge effort that the team put into consulting with the locals and preparing their application, and to the groundswell of support that we received from the community. Mr Deputy Speaker, only the Coalition Government is backing regional communities by funding critical projects that support economic development across the regions.
I thank